recording this outside. It's November 2020. The last time you really saw this car in here, in this shop, would have been about 3 years ago already. It's a long time. But she's painted. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am that car guy Tim. This is SNSTR, and this is a painted Turbotrep. It took a lot longer than I thought it was going to, but it is out of the paint booth. It is out of bodywork. It's back home finally. I have the final assembly to do. The car, the only clean spots are like here on the hood and this fender, and they're not even perfectly clean. The rest of the car is filthy right now, just because it came home on a trailer. Transmission's over there, waiting on a transmission service and being installed. I've cleaned up a bunch of the hardware to install it. I did a servicing on it already. I changed the... Okay, that's dry. I thought, thank God that's not a leak. I changed the differential seals. I changed the differential fluid. Changed the gears in it, so it's got the 2.7 gears in it. You can probably also see that I've got various bits and bobs for the engine out of the car. Mostly because I'm trying to figure some stuff out. Mounting and such. And a few things just needed like a little bit of extra paint and stuff like that. There's a bunch of stuff I need to get done over the winter. I had set myself a soft goal of running by Christmas. That's not going to happen. I hope to be running by spring. Mostly because I don't want to rush things. And with it being cold, I'm going to only be able to get out here on like the warmer days. So, but I've got a couple friends that are going to give me a hand getting a few things taken care of. Like getting some welding done on the exhaust. Just little stuff. Mostly because I've got a welder now. I don't trust myself enough to kind of just fix the little bits that I need to do on there. I need to weld these brackets that I made for the that hold the intercooler onto a lower rad support. I'm probably going to use the one that I've marked up because that's the one that was on the car. I've got a spare that I've cleaned up just so that I've got a spare in the event something goes wrong. Plan is off the turbo. I'm going to run 2-inch piping off the turbo, come down, and so it's going to straight down 90, straight 90 into the intercooler, through the intercooler, up through to go up to 2.5 inch, and then it's going to be 2.5 inch all the way back, and it's going to be a bunch of 90s getting back to the throttle body. Other than that, there will be more updates coming for Turbotrep as I'm doing stuff. Lately, I've just kind of been coming out and putting in a couple hours at night because it's been a lot of cleaning. Like I spent the last couple days cleaning that cam cover and reinstalling it. I'd pulled those off because I wanted to check the condition of the timing belt and the water pump, make sure it wasn't leaky because it's been a while. So I pulled those and I had spares, so I cleaned those up in advance. I've got the rest of the cam cover to go on. It's been cleaned up a little bit and painted. The backside paint doesn't matter because no one's going to see it. But I'm going to sand this down a little bit tonight and clean it up so it looks a little bit nicer. I'm just using low gloss black duplicolor engine enamel just because it is going to be in a higher heat situation and I don't really want it to go to crud. Same thing, I've done some little bits of work and cleaning on the power steering pump since I had to pull it off so I could get to the oil cooler lines down here. So I could reach those, so I could take those off without having to fight. Because trust me, fighting those on with the power steering pump in the way was not fun. So I figured, well, I'll take them off, and then I can take that off so I can put them in nicer. So I was like, well, while it's off, I'll clean up this bracket and that bracket. And I've been finding all the hardware and cleaning that stuff up so it'll go in nicely. I'm not fighting with greasy stuff. I've got all the hardware for the transmission ready to go. I've got fresh transmission fluid over there to go in. I've got a pan, gasket, and kit to go on. So I've got all of that service stuff to go on as well. There's exhaust stuff to be done. There's some painting. There's some this. There's some that. Probably once I'm closer to doing the actual, like, it's happening type stuff, I'll definitely be filming some more. When it's just painting and stuff, I usually just throw on headphones. I come out and I start going. And these GoPro batteries just don't like the cold, so I don't know how long it would be able to record. I picked up another camera, but when I put the memory card in it to film, it only gets 30 minutes, and I'm like, well, I spend like 40 minutes to an hour to 2 hours to 3 hours out here at a time cleaning and stuff. Tonight is just going to be a night of cleaning up and kind of organizing all my crap because it's everywhere. I've got like 3 lower rad supports, and I got a box, and I've got bolts and nuts and stuff everywhere. I've cleaned up the turbo a little bit, just kind of cleaned off grime and cleaned up the aluminum so it looks a little bit prettier. I didn't go to like any extent to polish it and stuff like that, but I've got hardware for mounting up the intake pipe and the down pipe and all that stuff, and for the exhaust where it mounts to here, and I've got to do some exhaust on that exhaust. And so tonight's going to be a night of just that kind of stuff, getting that all kind of sorted out, cleaned up, and cleaning up and organizing stuff like this, which is the oil pressure sensor light. I've got these things that I might clean up a little bit and get ready to be put back onto a lower rad support. So just basic stuff really, guys. But yeah, it's been 3 years since I had this car home to work in the shop that I could work on it. And I'll maybe push it forward so I should be able to fit a engine hoist down there. I gotta get a hold of my brother and see if he's got when I can go over and pick that up. Other than that, guys and girls, that's going to be it for this quick update video. I'm going to get back into recording more of the process and stuff. The stroker motor build is going to be happening sooner than later. I got to punch out the frost plugs, and then I'll be taking apart the heads, which I'll record and speed that up for you guys. And lately it's just been bolt cleaning and kind of fitment and lining stuff up, but nothing super exciting. So I was like, well, I'll just do what I gotta do. Like, it's tonight, tonight will just be cleaning and making sure nothing gets mixed up, because I've got bolts in places that I'm like, well, what are these bolts for now? So I should really get things organized and cleaned up a little bit so that I'm not going crazy. But if you watched this far, thank you for watching. There will be much more happening with this car in the spring. I do want to take it out and at least get to Gimli at least once, if I can. Battery is showing no life whatsoever, so I gotta make this quick. But if you liked, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments what you think of the color. The color is, its literal name is Aston Martin DBR9 Racing Green Effect. So in sunlight, this color is going to look amazing, and I will have to show you guys then. But until then, and this thing's not going to see natural sunlight other than this window until probably May, when the snow finally melts fully and I can get this thing out of the shop. So I'll hold myself to that. May, I want this car out of here and driving, and daily driving it. So until next time, guys, keep fit, have fun, and keep your stick on the ice. All that fun Canadian jazz. And I'll see you guys later with more updates and as things are going on.
We've had enough of this nonsense.